Sancho to Chelsea, Callum Hudson-Odoi to Dortmund. Everyone's happy, right? And Willian wants to come back. You're having a laugh. Let's get into it. Yes, guys, welcome to the Kavkas View and welcome to a big news daily video. You guys already know the deal. I bring you guys the latest news 5 times a week, 2 days off. You know how it is. But all you need to know from today's video, we're going to get into Azpilicueta's red card being rescinded and how I think it's a joke. Number 2, Charlie Masunda's back in town and we're going to talk about his redevelopment. Jadon Sancho is on red alert, basically. Chelsea have asked Dortmund if anything goes down, they want to be informed, and we're going to talk about that in more detail. Callum Hudson-Odoi leaving Chelsea to go to Dortmund, and Willian asking to come to Chelsea again. What? Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. I'm going to give you all these scoop with a scoop of ice cream all in one video. So let's get into it. By the way, guys, recently the numbers have been high and a lot of people have been watching these videos, but one thing I don't see is the likes going up. So you guys are all interactive, you're all commenting, so help a brother out. Let's aim for 150 likes. Can we do that, please? Be one of the 150 people that hits that like button. Maybe even blow it out the park. So in the comments below, let me know, would you be happy if Callum Hudson-Odoi leaves and Jadon Sancho comes in? I know a lot of us love Callum Hudson-Odoi and we're going to get into that right now. The first story of the day. Look, Callum Hudson-Odoi is a phenomenal talent, phenomenal prospect, but his career really stagnated the minute he got that Achilles injury. The Achilles really ruined his career to the point where it just pushed everything backwards. He had the trajectory to be Jadon Sancho at this moment in time. He was meant to be one of the players that cost £100 million at his current age, and even now I think he can go for 60. But Chelsea have put Dortmund on red alert and told them, look, if Sancho is moving anywhere, keep us informed. And one of the deals that is being murmured around is Callum Hudson-Odoi to Dortmund, Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. And it makes sense for me. I understand it from a financial standpoint, from a Dortmund standpoint. Dortmund will accept a good fee, but at the same time, they get a player in return. They don't have to run around and chase other clubs, because the minute Dortmund get that money, everyone else's price goes up. But I think this is what Chelsea are going to try to do. Chelsea are going to actively pay that £80 million for Jadon Sancho, but they will loan Callum Hudson-Odoi to Dortmund for one reason and one reason only. They want him to develop, they want him to nurture himself, and they want him to get experience at the top flight. Champions League football, week in, week out Bundesliga minutes, and more than anything, prepare him to come back to Chelsea and take over. Realistically speaking, they want to have a good relationship with Dortmund, because we already know that there are links for Jude Bellingham, and there's links to Jadon Sancho. So if you're scratching their back and they scratch ours, it only fits the profile. But what does this mean for Callum Hudson-Odoi? For me, this means a lot for Callum Hudson-Odoi. It means he gets an opportunity to play. At this moment in time, he's not playing. Is he better than Christian Pulisic? I think given the opportunities, he would be. I think he'd be better than Hakim Ziyech. I genuinely do. I think the minutes that they get, if he would take more advantage over. But he needs to play, and he needs to play on a consistent basis. So, Cho, get your ass to Germany and play. I think the prototype loan move is the Christensen. Because Christensen went to Borussia Gladbach, Mönchengladbach, I think I pronounced that correctly, and he stayed there for 2 years. I think that is the key. You need to go and stay for 2 years. Because if you're there for 1 year, the manager's not taking you serious, because he knows you're leaving next year. But if you're there for 2 years, he's almost planning for a 2-year window, which adds up and populates itself to being a more attractive prospect to have in the team. So for me, it's a simple decision, right? He needs to go and he needs to enjoy it. He needs to go and needs to enjoy it 100%. Willian is asking to come back to Chelsea, and this blows my mind. The fact that Willian has the audacity to ask to come back. Look, Willian asked for a 3-year deal last year. Chelsea were willing to offer him a 2-year deal, but due to the fact that he was a cult hero and he had a lot to offer in the time and space, but it didn't work out. Willian went to Arsenal, got his 3-year deal, and I don't see him leaving. I'm not going to lie to you. I think his family is rested in London. They love London and they don't want to leave. So he will try to entertain the idea of moving back to Chelsea, but I don't think Chelsea will entertain it. I don't see West Ham or Spurs entertaining it. The only thing is he's going to have to sit on that 2-year contract because he ain't getting it anywhere. The murmurs are that Willian wants to come back. Don't see it. I think MLS is going to be calling him into Miami, somewhere really nice and pretty if he wants to change a relocation. But otherwise, he's got a 2-year deal at Arsenal. I think this story is a non-mover. I think it's nonsense. So, next story. Cesar Azpilicueta had his red card rescinded. Is moved down to, I think, 1 game, if I'm not mistaken. So it really baffles me because he struck Grealish in the face. Whether it was a straight red card and Grealish exaggerated, I understand, but it was violent conduct. Whether you like it or not, Dave has been really muppet over there. Like, we need you to stay on this pitch because we need to get back into this game. What are you doing flicking out at someone? Like, it's just stupid. It doesn't make sense. And the fact that it got rescinded makes me ask the question, why did VAR not check it? If it's deep enough where you can rescind it, right? Surely in in-game management, he would say, you know what, big man, you actually should have given him a yellow. Like, on a level, like, think about it logically. If you're rescinding it, surely you can give him a yellow for it. It just makes no sense. But it's a good thing that Azpilicueta will be available for 1 game instead of, missing for 1 game instead of being missing for the 3. But at the same time, I don't think Dave should be playing for us next year. I think we need to move on. It's time to, after we win the Champions League, yes, win the Champions League. I said it, build-up's going to be great for it. I think it's important that we actively go and pressure the big guns. It gets to the point now where we go and say, Dave, thank you very much, but you got to leave and go get a proper centre-half. That's what I think. Second to the penultimate story before we talk about the England squad, which is very exciting for me. I think Charlie Masunda is showing great signs, and you know what? I don't think he's going to have a future at Chelsea because I'm not that naive. But it's just nice to see, you know. The guy was told he was never going to kick ball again. He legally, like, was doctor-wise told to, like, big man, your knee's not going to be fine ever. So you got 20% of running again, let alone playing on a professional game. He looks fit, he looks healthy. The footage I saw, he's taking people on. I don't know how great he's going to be as in at top level, but he's going to have a career. Whether it's at Chelsea or somewhere else, he's going to have a career, and it's nice to see, you know, it's one of those feel-good stories. And I think the fact that Chelsea have been so responsible with him, I think the fact that Chelsea have literally just nurtured him and looked after him through this whole recovery process, it's just a nice feel-good story. The guy had abundance of talent. Like, he was meant to be the next Eden Hazard. He had so much talent, but sadly just didn't work out. With injuries, there were rumours about his attitude, that he thought he was too big for himself. But you know what? There's always those rumours when an individual actively, like, is not performing at a young age because certain people set ridiculous expectations for him. So I feel sorry for him, but it is what it is. Some good news though, Reece James, Ben Chilwell have been called up to the England squad, and so has Mr. Mason Mount, and they will be representing England for on behalf of Chelsea at the European Championships, which is very exciting to see. But there have been certain exclusions. Mr. Tammy Abraham, who would have made the squad last year. There's Hudson-Odoi. Fikayo Tomori blows my mind, the fact that he missed out. But this is the preliminary squad out of 33, and for me, it's very interesting how Southgate called up 7 extra players, right? So that means 7 people are getting cut. I don't think the Chelsea boys will get cut. I'm really surprised that Callum Hudson-Odoi didn't get called up even into the preliminary squad. But at the same time, when you look at it realistically, has he played enough to warrant the spot? Ben Godfrey got called up instead of Fikayo Tomori, which for me is low-key wild because Fick has been absolutely smashing it in Serie A. Now, Ben White has been good in the Premier League, don't get me wrong, and so is Godfrey, but one's playing for a Champions League team now, and the other 2 are playing for mid-table and relegation battle. Like, sometimes make it make sense, you know, like, and then Southgate came out with this generic excuse about Tomori where he name-dropped him, and he was just like, oh, he's not versatile enough to what I want to do. Okay, how is he not versatile? Because we can talk right now. He played right centre-back, left centre-back, and centre-back for Chelsea. He played right-back for Chelsea at one point in time under Antonio Conte and under Frank Lampard. He played left-back at Hull City. So where in that way, how can he not be versatile when the man's played across all of the back line? Like, realistically speaking, what are you talking about? At least just make it make sense. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. If you don't want to play him, just say it how it is, innit? Say it how it is. Because sometimes you just have to say it with your chest. But a lot of people, they would rather just beat around the bush. Oh, let me give you a better idea. Just don't mention Fikayo Tomori. No one asked you to mention Fit. But this was the Kavkas View. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hit the like button. I know it's been a quiet week for stories, but it is what it is. We bring you all the latest news. We always give you that daily Chelsea content that you like to hear. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. By the way, I've got something to tell you guys. I might might be doing a live stream on Friday. I'm going to see who I can gather together. Something big, you know, for our big community to feel good about the Champions League. Like, just almost have a build-up for the Champions League. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that. I might ask a certain number of people that you guys have seen me on their live streams. Maybe a Monster CFC. I could try to get him on. Kai from KH No Filter. And the others, more others that you guys want. Put in the comments below who you want me to get on, and yeah, I'll see if I can make it happen. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments below let me know. Callum Hudson-Odoi out, Jadon Sancho in. How would you feel about that? Peace out, I'm out, bye.